I hate to do this, guys, but I gotta start the video off with a disclaimer, and that is because Reverend Alex G, who was a part of the VeVe team, he responded to Foster Hilt's tweet responding to the Alcon video that I'm about to talk about, and he said that this was from 2018 and shouldn't get people in a tizzy. So I had to show you guys that because it's very important to keep that in the back of your head while you're watching the video. But I recorded this as soon as I saw it, before I saw his response to this. But we're allowed to have a little bit of fun, right? So we can speculate, we can imagine what it would be like if something like this were to happen. Time for the video. I'm coming at you guys live with, well, it's not going to be live when it comes out, but to me it's live, with breaking news that was just released by Alfred Kahn, and we're just gonna dive straight in. So shout out to Twitter user AuthorDownUnder for posting this video where Alcon, I'll just show you guys what he says. And keep in mind, if you don't already know, that he is the head of licensing for VeVe, and he is the man that is responsible for making Pokemon the global phenomenon that it is today. He's also responsible for Yu-Gi-Oh!, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Cabbage Patch Kids. Dude's a legend. Dude has all the connections. He also worked with Nintendo. I mean, come on. I'll show you guys the video and we'll talk about what it means.
We're going to do, we develop all these wonderful games, treasure hunts. Remember Pokemon Go? We're doing our version of Pokemon Go with the same team that did Pokemon Go. Imagine having to find collectibles, every place you live, and then you can either buy them or maybe you get them for free, depending on how lucky you are.
So he is talking about games that could be implemented into the VeVe app, and he talks about a treasure hunt type game like Pokemon Go, and they're working with the same people who made Pokemon Go, which is Niantic, and saying that you'll be able to go outside your house, in your neighborhood, wherever you are in the world, you'll be able to look for collectibles in the real world, I'm assuming with augmented reality technology. And like he said, there's a chance that you could get these bad boys for free. So this will add an entirely new element to the VeVe experience. So let's dive in and explore what this could mean for VeVe should something like this be implemented. So first, who made Pokemon Go?
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
I already kind of mentioned it, but Niantic is responsible for creating the game. And then of course, Nintendo has the Pokemon license. So then if we take a quick visit to the website, we can see that they are building technologies and ideas that move us. And what I thought was most interesting is that they are the leaders in augmented reality. They are building a state-of-the-art planet-scale augmented reality platform for current and future generations of AR hardware, which, as we all know, one of VeVe's distinguishing factors, one of their unique features of the app, and what I think really draws a lot of people in, is the AR capabilities and being able to put your favorite superheroes, your favorite characters, your favorite whatever, in your room, in your house, at the park, with your friends. I think that's a huge sale for the app. And Alcon said they are working with these people, and it seems to make a lot of sense, right? So Niantic Lightship includes a massively scalable engine for shared state and user interactions, already proven to support hundreds of millions of users. Hundreds of millions. We recently just surpassed 1 million on the app, so hundreds of millions, and a client platform that sets the standard for mapping, security, and AR capabilities. This seems like the perfect partnership. And so there are a few more figures that I want to look at and show you guys so we can get a good gauge for how successful they have been. So if we look at Niantic's market cap, we see here that Niantic was valued at nearly $4 billion in early 2019. 4 billion with a B. All right. And then if we look at, I found this website from businessofapps.com, and they look at Pokemon Go and they show here like a summary with some key statistics, and I'll go over some of the important ones with you guys. So keep in mind that Pokemon Go came out in 2016 and it is still doing extremely well. And I know when it first came out, I was part of the hype. I was part of the herd that jumped into it and got super excited about it. But I don't play anymore, but a lot of people do, a lot more than I would have thought. But in 2020, they made over 1 billion in revenue, 1.23 to be exact, and over 150 million people still play this game, which has actually been going up. And here we see the revenue through the years, where they actually just surpassed 1 billion in 2020. Took them, I mean, they're still making crazy amounts of money, but they just passed the billion mark in 2020, so it's still growing. And as you can see, except for the first major influx, the first major wave of hype, it's been increasing year by year ever since then. And in 2019, Pokemon Go reached 1 billion downloads. Like I said, keep in perspective that VeVe has 1 million monthly active users. I know it's downloads compared to active users, but still, 1 million to 1 billion, that's a lot bigger than it might sound. And it's a lot bigger than just one letter change. Let me tell you that. It's actually 3-0 change. And I think this right here is the most interesting statistic from the whole article. And check out Niantic's, I keep forgetting if it's Niantic. I know I've said it wrong at least once or twice in this video, so please forgive me, okay? But like I said, Pokemon Go launched in 2016. So before that, they were valued at 150 million. And then Pokemon Go came about, 2016, 3.65 billion. And then 2019, they're at 4 billion. So look what Pokemon Go, look what a treasure hunt type game did for this company. And this company is working with VeVe to create their own game. And I would imagine that these companies are extremely excited to get into the NFT game, into the NFT world, because there's so much more money to be made in that space. And also, just to reiterate, the man who made Pokemon what it is today is the head of licensing for VeVe, and now they're working on this game. So connect whatever kind of dots you feel like connecting. Take with this info with what you will. I always say that phrase wrong. And my lighting, something's going on here. So I think this is a good time to wrap up the video. I said what I wanted to say. I really appreciate you guys watching. This has been NFT Flenny, and I'll catch you guys next time.